Hey everybody, I have some fun little container I just got. So I started working with Tonic. That's pretty fun stuff. Alright, so I'm gonna open this up. Okay, so let's take a look at all the fun things I got. Now, as a heads up, the supply links are going to be down below for you guys to find, and also that you can order some yourself from Tonic, which is pretty darn awesome. So as I said, I'm starting to work with Tonic Studios, and everybody loves their Nuvo stuff, and I had to pick up some because that stuff just is amazing. Sorry, I'm opening up one last package here. There we go. But I've not worked with everything that's in the Tonic Studio line. So I picked up a few other fun things that you may or may not know that Tonic has, which is pretty stinking fun. So I was kind of looking around and looking at all the fun things that Tonic has. Obviously, there's a whole line that goes with Tim Holtz, so that stuff is pretty awesome, and hopefully there'll be some things coming your way soon to show you some of the fun tools that Tim Holtz creates with Tonic. You guys know the Nuvo stuff, and we're going to play with that shortly. But this is what you would call their essentials line, is Tonic Studios. Now, Tonic creates some really cool dies, and this is one of the die sets they have. So this is a stamp and nesting die set. I think it's pretty freaking awesome. I love this, the way that they put this in here. What's it say? Designed with love. That's so cute. They have like little buttons on the top here, which I think are pretty fun. It helps hold the packages in place. Look at that, it just snaps right off. I almost want to do something with those. They're fun. Okay, so in here, I love this little packaging. That's really handy. I don't need to keep it in there, but it's kind of a fun packaging. There is a set of stamps and dies, and I love the flower die here. This was actually a shape I did not have, which I think is really fun, and I use dies quite a bit. I really do. And then this was a pretty fun mandala, and it's, you know, on your rubber mounted stamps, and you could stamp and die cut this. Look how cool that is. And it's made to go together. So look at that. So it's another fun way, and I just thought this was a really cool design. There's a few other on there as well, and we'll be playing with this as time goes along, but just that's kind of a fun little set right here. So use additional designs to create your own flower designs. Obviously you have the mandala, and not for use as a kid. So the actual size, it says on here, and then it says there's 4 dies in here. So that's pretty rocking. So that came with that. All right, so that was the first thing I got. The second thing I picked out was a set of 3 interchangeable dies, mix and match with invite, insert, designs, and range. So this was another small die. And when I went on the site, the prices were amazing. You have to go check out the site because there is some really good deals. Like this was $3. Now, I don't know if the sale's over or what the deal is, but wow, that is pretty awesome. All right, so this set right here, or this die right here, look how cool this is. So it does say create both of these designs. So you could do, obviously this is like a banner, and then you could write something in. So it's just a really pretty filigree design. I thought it'd be great for card making. It's so fun and swirly, and I thought it would really work well with all different kinds of papers that we have, that I have. Now this one says, set includes 3 interchangeable dies, mix and match. This is just one of the set. This is not all of them. I lied. I completely lied. Look at that. I didn't even pull the whole thing apart. This is better than I thought it was. Look at this. You actually get 3 separate dies. You can do a box, and it'll actually cut the box, and it gives you like a perforated edge. So it's not just a square rectangle. It actually has like a scallop going all the way around it. I'm going to have to die cut that so we can see what that looks like. Then you have this piece if you want to cut this piece, which I think is cool. And then you can just do this. That was better than I anticipated. That is freaking, I thought it was just this combined together. I thought it was just a one-piecer. Oh, that is so cool. I'm in love with that. Okay, we're going to have to break out the dies and just try these out here shortly. All right, really quickly, I also got a little glue stick. My daughter loves to craft with me, and so this is the perfect little glue stick, but for adults too. But I did get it for her. Okay, this one was pretty cool too. I had never seen this, and I just fell in love with it when I saw it. So I had to get the refills to go along with it. This right here, and this is what's pretty stinking awesome. These little buttons are, I'm just in love with these things. I'm going to have to figure out something because they're just so fun. Okay, sorry. I get excited about the littlest, stupidest stuff. All right, popping this out. When you see my craft room, well, I actually have a video of how I organize my craft room. I am having the hardest time here. I'm talking and not thinking what I'm doing. When I organize my craft room, I actually organize it by brand because most of the companies I work with, I put them in brand order. So I have these big drawers. And so all that company of that brand goes in that one drawer. So now I got to clean out something else and make room for this. Okay. Along with all the other Tonic stuff I already have in play because I already have a few things. Okay, so this is how cool this is. It is a star. Now there's many shapes, but I picked a star because to me that seemed like it would work for birthday, Christmas, general. Star just seems very season neutral. That's how I picked that. But there was other ones, so just kind of keep that in mind. There was even an ornament one, which I think is pretty cool. So there's a star die. Pretty basic stuff. And then there were these little shaker pieces, and they already have the sticky on them. They already have the sticky. When you buy the set, it comes with 5 stars. And I was like, well, I need more than that because when I make something, like if you're going to make like a set of cards, you're going to need more than that. So I went ahead and picked up the refill set, and there's 10 more in here. So now I can do 15 total. And you can fill these because there's actually a pretty good amount of stuff in there. You can really fill these up, which I think is pretty darn awesome. So you can die cut the space out, like in a card, and then you set this like inside the card, and then you fold it. I think we're going to make one here because that stuff is pretty darn cool. So now moving on, just to show you. It's the same things, but just so you can see. See, it's a whole bunch of these little guys. I still love these little buttons. I don't know why I'm so excited about those things, but they are cute. So look at them. Aren't they cute? They're all in here. Again, many shapes of these, and they were not expensive. This stuff was really inexpensive. And even when I run out of all of these, I still have a cute star die. I have a feeling I'm going to be using stars for a while. It's not like they're going to be out of fashion. It's a star. Okay. And the next thing we have is we have a shimmer powder. Now I wanted to try this out. This reminded me, and I'm going to get out my craft mats, reminded me of some of the other powders that are out there. And so I picked Cherry Bomb and Atlantis Burst. So I actually think, this is my thought, is I have, you know what? I have those little sequins over here that look like they kind of fit. And we are going to do a die cut. And we're going to use our powder on there. We're going to make a card here in a minute. I have time. I still have to go to the grocery store, but I have time. And then I picked up, I almost want the package just for this stuff right here. Oh, it's so pretty. That is so pretty. I just love that shimmer. I don't know. I'm going to see what these things are too. So I'm going to pull out some stuff to play with all these things. And then I also picked out this embellishment mousse. And I've been dying to get my fingers on this because it looks so cool. It's almost as good as you want to eat it. Look at that. And look at the shimmer on that. That is so pretty. Okay, so we're going to get out and we're actually going to make one of these little shaker card doodads. See what all the fuss is about. See how cool it is. Let me get my stuff. I just ripped a page out of my art journal. We're going to come back to those in a minute. So this is a set of 3 markers. And again, the prices on these were fantastic. I mean, some of the other markers out there are really expensive, but this one wasn't bad. Smooth Flowing Glitter Marker Pen. This is Imperial Blue, Blue Bliss, and Silver Mist. So they come together as a set of 3. Now, my guessing is that you have to kind of activate it. So you want to shake it, get it activated. Let's go. So I'm going to go ahead and shake these while this guy's activating because I want to try them all. So I went ahead and started activating them all, and this one is ready. That was the first one I started. The silver one got started really well. And the last one here, there it goes. So I just kind of got them all going. Once you get them started, they're ready to go. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, so the first one here, this is Imperial Blue. Now look. That is so pretty. I'm going to hold these up so you guys can see them really up close. But that has got some sparkle to it. I'm going to keep the, once I've done them, I'm going to cap them. Let's do the silver next so that way we can see. These really do, this one needs a little more activation. So if you feel like it's just getting a little thin, you just kind of pounce it again and it activates it. That is so cool. It's shiny and pretty. And this one needs a tiny bit more, but I think, oh no, it's there. Look at that. And if you guys know, blue is my favorite color. Hands down. Love blue. Yeah, I'm going to hold these up so you guys can see them. Just look at that shimmer. I know it's probably not picking up as well on camera, but you can see. There it is. Look at that shimmer in there. So pretty. So just think about, you know, if you could write with that. I mean, you can write. I mean, it's a pen. You know, whatever the heck you want with it. You can color in with it. You know, just, oh, snowflakes. Oh, so cool. Okay, so there's that. I'm having my little girly moment right now. I'm silly. Okay, so I've played with other different kinds of dust in the past, and we're just gonna kind of play. So I'm gonna put a couple squirts of that, just to seeing how this, I'm gonna kind of, there we go. I'm gonna spread this around a little bit. I'm gonna do a couple squirts of this. There we go. That came out really easily. You do not need to pinch it very hard. Now I'm going to take water. Now, if this is anything like the other stuff that I've played with in the past, this is probably going to have the same effect. I love these little bottles that they're kind of triangular, so I don't get them confused because the top's the same, that they're the other, like the Nuvo drops and stuff. And then now we're going to try, see what happens. It is, oh, look at those colors. Look at all those pretty pigments in there. And the more I spray, look at that. A little goes a long way on this. Oh, we're going to do the back of the card too. Why not? So when you do this, you need a really good thick watercolor paper or a paper that can take the misting. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that awesome? I'm loving that. And now you can kind of do this with it because the colors can swirl. Look how pretty. I'm loving that. Loving that. Ooh, and I just want to show you. Look, watch. You can do this. Fold, press, and lift. That is so cool. So you get kind of that mirror image. I want to put a little bit over here, not much. I'm just gonna, so now I'm just kind of shaking. I'm not even squeezing it. I just shook it and some came out. There's a lot in here. This is going to go a long ways. Super simple. Some of the other ones you have to click, you have to do whatever. These are really easy. I love the, look. And this is just two colors. If you only wanted to do a single color, but these really work well together. Surprisingly, I didn't go with blue. Shocker. That's okay. So I'm really drenching this. I'm going to get my heat gun out and set this. This is why I got out my craft mat, because I knew it was going to be messy. All right, so it's not 100% dry, but just look how pretty that is. All right, so I also got a really big glob of some of the dust over here, and it's actually looking kind of cool. I don't know which side I like better. I think I might call this the front of my card, and this the back. You know, the other thing you could do is that you could cut this in half, and you could mount this on another sheet of paper. So you could do this on another sheet of paper, and then cut it up, and then just glue it to the front of a card. All right, so I've just pulled out my cuddle bug here, and I am going to call this the front of my card, place my star die down on the card right here. And again, I really don't have a rhyme or reason. I'm just gonna, you know what, we're gonna place it right in the middle. We're just gonna, that way you don't have to worry about a sentiment or anything. Smack in the middle, place my plate down, ripping my, it's still a tad, but it's not bone dry, it's getting there. I don't really have a thought process going on besides just, let's use all the products and play. Ooh, look how pretty. Now this is awesome too. Look how pretty that star is. Just die cut all by itself. Look how pretty that is. It's kind of fun. I learned this from Dina Wakely. She said once, and I was at one of her classes, and she said something, you know, sometimes when it's in a really big image, it looks kind of funny, you know, and it might be too much, which I'm still going to go with it. But when you take something that's really big and messy and has a lot going on and you make it into a smaller form like this, it looks cool in a condensed space, which I think is cool. She called it vomit on a page. Make vomit on a page and then cut out a little piece of that, or take a strip of that, or take a small chunk of that, or whatever you want to do with it. And it looks so cool. So, and I agree with her, but I'm still playing with this. So there you go. All right, so all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some of these fun little sequins, pop them in here. I think the button is too big. Well, let's see. Let's grab a small button. Since we're kind of got some purple happen here, a little, I don't want a yellow. You want these neutral bluey colors here. You know, so you can grab something a little bit bigger. I do have purple sequins going in there. Okay, so the next step I'm going to do, here we go. I don't know if I did that right. I'm learning too. Okay, so I'm going to take this. Oh, I am doing it right. Okay, so I'm going to take this here and kind of lay it into my card. This is where your hands are going to be handy. So there's a little bit of finagling going on here. It's sticky. I should have waited until I got it nested in. So it's in there, and pretend my card is nice and dry. You fold it over and you squeeze it in. And I didn't put a whole lot of shakery stuff in there. So now my shaker is embedded on the inside. You wouldn't have to do that. You could use this purely as a shaker card on the top. You know, you could easily do that. There's so many different ways, but it's meant specifically to do this, which I think is cool. Then you open it up and then you have this fun little shaker piece on the inside of your card. And that's awesome. So it just adds a little something. All right, so again, I just grabbed some more paper from my art journal that I have sitting right behind me. So I'm gonna lay these down, nest it all together. First, I'm gonna try them nested together and see what they look like, and see what it looks like when it's all said and done. So since all three have their own die, I've got one giant mess ball happening on my desk right now. I'm so excited, I don't have time to clean up. Okay, so I have a little banner. Ooh, cut two, must have 2 layers. Oh, because it cut it die, okay. And then I have this fun filigree piece, which is pretty cool. And they got all these pieces. Did I grab 2? Oh, because I have 2 sheets of paper. Well, it cut through 2 sheets of paper, absolutely no problem. Because I have 2 layers here. Look at that. So this, I'm just going to peel the top one. So this is what the first piece looks like, which looks really stinking pretty. I mean, look at that. Just so you can kind of see that on here. That looks cool. Or you have just your banner. You could do just a little banner, which I think is fun too. So it just adds a little sentiment to that. But what if you wanted to cut them independently? So let's try that. This time I'm going to use 1 sheet of paper instead of putting out 2. I'm a goofball. Okay, so what if I want to die cut? I want to die cut that. I want to die cut that. And I want to die cut just this. Okay, so I have a pretty scalloped rectangle. I have another banner. And then here, see, you can't do these independently, but this could be cool as it doesn't die cut it out separately. You get the banner shape, but it's not been die cut out. So there you go. You get the banner shape. So you would actually put this into your card, die cut that out, and it would leave a lattice work on your card. So it gives you that other option. If you wanted this to be cut out, like this one, you have to put this border around it. So just to kind of showing you what the options are with it, there's 3 different ways that you can use this. You can use it, actually there's 4. You can cut out a rectangle. You can cut out a banner. You could cut out this piece with this piece, and you could have that shadowy effect and have this part cut out, so the lattice work. You could cut these 2 pieces out independently, and you would have a box with a banner that you could write in. So there's lots of little options that you can do with this, or you can just cut this piece out. So it really has like 5 options, I guess. I forgot one, the embellishment mousse. Okay, we're gonna try this down here in the corner. I cannot believe I forgot that. So I'm putting a little bit on my finger. And because this is a very light color, it's not showing up, but let me put it over top of, ooh, let's try this on here. Okay, I know I had this all set up, but it's just adding this little shimmer on top of whatever you want to add it to. This is a very light color, so you're not going to see it super bright. But I'm just putting it to the top of this card over top of the shimmer powder. It's giving even more shimmer. I don't know how crappy this is. I couldn't find black paper, but I found this really pretty teal and it works on there. So I'm going to grab a chunk. Now, obviously, you can use a brush or something. I'm just using my finger. And look. It's even picking up the texture on this paper, which I think is so fantastic. So you could even use this with mixed media stuff, which I think is so cool. There's so many ways that you can use this embellishment mousse. And so paper craft projects, think of like that. You glue things down, you paint over it, you want to add a little dab of shimmer on top of that. That would be so cool. There's so many fun things that you can do with this embellishment mousse. I think it's so stinking fun. So thanks for stopping by. Checking out the stuff. Supplies, again, are down below. The links for these things are down below. All the stuff is from Tonic. Oh, it's pretty cool. Nuvo, Tonic, and the Tim Holtz tools are all together with the same product line. So the links are going to be down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys again tomorrow.